Before we begin today's review, I'd like to give a huge shout out to Hayz, otherwise known as the Certified Sanji, for providing me with the model seen in today's video. Without further ado, let's get started. Hello everyone, Caramel Tankin here, and we're back with another review. Today's review is on I'll Just Go Push Along Duck. Again, as I said before, huge shout out to Certified Sanji for providing me with this model. We kind of did a trade, if you will, where I sold him an extra 80th anniversary Thomas I had. In return, he gave me his extra push along duck. He also gave me a mini duck as well, which now I'm very happy to have a classic duck, and now all I need is classic Edward and classic Rebecca in order to finish out my Steam team in minis form, and as well as the 8 famous engines. Anyways, yeah, as you can see here, this is the Chinese version of Duck, as you can see. This is Duck in both languages here, and then Metal Collection in both languages here. And on the back, that's right, for some reason the Chinese packages show the characters on the back for some reason, which we haven't seen since, the Trackmaster Push Along brand. With, here's the back of just a regular old package right here. Same old jargon, blah blah, all that. But yeah, let's get this bad boy cracking, shall we? And here is Duck. Oh, I gotta say, this is one of the best On Go models we've seen in a long time. Well, actually, probably in the history of the 4 years of the On Go merch. Great model. Just a missed opportunity in general about just with Duck. I really wish we could have seen him shine. It would have been really awesome. As you can see, he's got yellow eyes. I actually think it stands out really nicely with his yellow wheels, which honestly, I wish his wheels were black, but both colors work in my opinion. As you can see, he's got those the weird nub buffers that any engine with printed buffers have, these weird flat nub buffers. It's happened with Diesel, and I believe this also happened with Toby, just on a lesser degree. Interestingly, he's got GW art on his sides, which this is the first character besides Donald who has this quirk, because any other character with a nameplate or writing on them usually has it blocked off with a design instead, because I think it's easier for localization. They didn't need to translate or anything. A similar case could be made for when the German dub of Thomas, where they managed to edit the milk tankers and the tar tankers to say Milch and Tier, I think Tier might be a different language though. I definitely know Milch is the for Germany and all that, and even so the Bandai Wooden Railway Milchwagen. I really want one of those, but that's a different story. So he's got his number 8 handrails on both sides. You can really tell he's loosely based off of the CGI render. Just a few quirks. Obviously no printed buffers on the back, that's fine. Coal load looks pretty damn good if you ask me. Duck written on the bottom. Yeah, this is a great model. Face is really nice. It seems like if Duck appeared in the show fully and had a speaking role, he would have been an adult character similar to Whiff, because any adult character on Legends Go has cheekbones and the kids don't. Yeah, and actually, there's a theory that Gordon's subplot in Still Sings Together was intended for Duck, but was cut last minute, and that's probably due to the creative team changing during season 4 of Legends Go, which that is a real shame. Would have loved to see Duck. It would have been so funny if they did what they did in Star Wars Legend of the Lost Treasure, where Duck was I don't know, but it seems like you two have been going for a long time, or ages, whatever, and then Douglas show up from the mainland. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, it just would have been nice to see Duck and Diesel interacting on screen again. Would have loved to see how their relationship could have gone, even if Duck and Bruno, which I really think they would have gotten along as well. But yeah, just a great model. It's nice to see engines, at least engines 1 through 9 technically spiritually made it into merchandising and Legends Go. Sucks that Donald's forever damned, but if I do get my hands on Motorized Douglas, I will do a proper review and more thoughts on him, obviously. But at least in push along format, we have engines 1 through 8, and that's a dub at least, even though as you can, obviously 3 of them didn't even speak in the show and reduced to background cameos. But yeah, it's crazy that Duck wasn't included in the 2019 Push Along Range. I really think he would have been a nice inclusion. Curious if it's because obviously Duck didn't make it into the dumb magnet redesign of taking place, so there really was just the 2013 Duck, and that's it, if I'm correct. But yeah, nice having nice diecast Duck again, a pretty good model. I don't have my Orange to Go Percy on me, but you know what? We ball, and we're gonna compare him to my anniversary, my 2025 Percy, which, as you can see, it is a different shade of green. I am currently in the process of customizing Percy and painting his running board, and I'm trying to figure out a way to safely do that without ruining the model, because he can't be unscrewed. I managed to get it properly done with Thomas, just because he could unscrew slightly, and then I put masking tape, and my masking does not want to work on Percy for some reason. It keeps like slipping over, just really stupid. I don't know. Enough about that. Duck. Yeah, let's see. Let me pull out Salty, and I'm just gonna do a little quick thing on him. Yeah, it's really crazy that, you know, like, both of these characters were intended to have different wheel colors when were swapped last minute. So, like, obviously Salty was intended to have yellow wheels, and ended up with black in the final product. And then similar for Duck, he was intended to have yellow wheels, and then got black in the final product. But even so, his appearance in Set Those Things Together was just pretty much his model in Set Those Things Together was just traced from a screenshot from that season 18 episode Duck and the Slip Coaches, which, again, pretty interesting. You know, maybe I'll do a chassis swap someday of these two. I think it does look really nice. I've seen pictures of, I've seen people do it. It looks really grand. But yeah, I think that's all from me. Again, thank you to Hayz for providing me this model, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out and goodbye.